Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to BVTV. This is VBL2 qualifying event. My name's Tony Sherwell. Alongside me is Sam Rogers. Morning, Sam.
Morning, Tony.
A few minutes late getting away here, but ready to go now. This is, of course, singles action. MOONEE Ponds v KARINGAL in this quarterfinal. That's Grant Caderick just delivering his bowl, which is a black Henselite Dreamline, size 4. He tells me he's had them for about 30 years. Can't bear to get rid of them. And his opponent today is Steve Bellino. He's using an Aero Dynamic, a red and white. The matches earlier today, Sam, were 2 victories to KARINGAL. So a bit of work for the MOONEE Ponds team.
Need to win both rinks to stay alive, Tone.
They do, and then it'll come down to shots margin.
Catters in ripping form in the triples earlier on. Ring next door. 12-3 win. Nice openers.
Yep. Our marker is Carol Klopp. We appreciate the work that she's doing here. And Neil Smiley is our umpire. Don't think we required Neil's services in the first couple of legs, but so the slightly abbreviated formats here. First to 15 in our singles and 8 ends in our fours. Grant Caderick looks dialed in early. He's a very accomplished singles player. Won a couple of titles in New Zealand before coming out to Australia 20 odd years ago.
He's gone all the way through.
Good effort from Steve there, but just finds a hole. Grant looks to be holding 3. 1 bowl to come. I think this is what you said not to do, wasn't it? Drop a 4 or a 3 on the first end or 2.
I might have mentioned to Steve just before, good luck, mate. Just don't lose 15-0.
Yeah.
I wonder where he's going at the moment.
He'll turn it around.
Right out and ask him.
Well, Grant Caderick's not going to get that extra one in there, so
3.
we'll settle with the 3.
Winner out of these two will play MOONEE Valley in the semi-final later on today.
Yeah, looking forward to that match. MOONEE Valley had a great period of late. Making it all the way into Premier Division.
As far as 5 sides go, it's a pretty handy one.
It certainly is. So Grant Caderick going relatively short here. Jack's on the front of the line, and so is the mat. A shortish end.
Players can place the mat and jacks where they like in all formats across the qualifier. Great start.
That's the way you put the pressure on straight away.
That's very good.
It's a pretty good response too, Sam.
Shot.
Sits out the shot bowl and just rests on the jack. Well played. Yeah, well done. This is going to be a good match, Sam.
This is a handy opening 3 bowls.
It is.
Carroll say Steve is still holding there?
Yeah, resting right on it. Grant's just in
Just
behind.
in
So
behind.
not by much though. Be shot in just about any other head. Grant Catterick's second bowl.
That's a handy home.
It is. Confirmed from our marker Carroll clock. Grant Catterick is currently 1 down. Has some of the most interesting motions when he bowls, Grant Catterick. I could watch him all day. Had a good chat to him up at Moama for region sides, whenever that was earlier this year. A good fella. Might have been a late at night chat as well.
One of those ones.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well played, Steve Boleno. I don't think he can quite get in for a second,
it's a
but
great end. Gatter's just mentioning it's going to be good fun on the way through.
Yeah. So here's our format. So 5-a-side. We've played the pairs and triples. This is singles and fours. 15 up in the singles. 8 ends across the remaining disciplines. 3 points for a match win and 10 points for the overall round win. 5 points if you get a clean sweep, which doesn't matter so much given we're all knockouts now. And the tiebreaker. If that does happen, we go to all 5 players playing 1 bowl each in 5 respective matches.
A shootout style.
Yep. I say it never happens, but it happened in VBL1.
Did it?
It did. First time, and we thought, oh, we're never going to get a tie. So it's got to be tied on points and shots and everything. And we had it in VBL1. It was awesomely exciting. It's good to have a few of these different formats and just changing things up. I think it's only 1. We'll just get confirmation. Yep. Just the 1. (3-1). And MOONEE Ponds pick up a single in the first end of the 4s. So they've got to have a fair bit going right for the MOONEE Ponds after dropping both the pairs and the triples.
Coming off yesterday, 8 ends of 4s and a 15 up games of singles. We're pretty close to clashing with the 1 hour time limit, so we'll see how we go. Players will get a 10-minute warning.
Singles is one of those games that can be so disparate between a close game, you know, a 15-14, well and truly go to the hour, if not over. And a 15-2 or 15-3 can be done in, you know, sort of 30, 35 minutes. So be interesting to see what happens here, but judging by that last end we saw and the opening couple of bowls here, I think this one will go close. Yeah, great weight from Steve Boleno.
Karingal boys got through their section out at Berwick yesterday. It's one of the closest sections we had by far, just 2 points separating the top 3 teams. Everyone taking a win off each other.
Some pretty handy teams in there. Brunswick put up a pretty good fight.
Great shot here.
Yeah, well played. Jack back to waiting bowls. Worth at least 2.
Gatters just sits it out. No worries. think he's done enough for shot.
I think so from this angle, but it's actually made it pretty hard for Steve Bellino to get it back too.
Nothing much. He's got backhand here, I would have thought.
Yep. Morning, Pidge. Yeah, it is. It's an absolute cracker of a day. Of course, we're under the roof here at the Dandenong Club. Fantastic facility. But, good to see a bit of sun shining down here. We haven't had a lot of it late in Victoria. Let's see what Steve Bellino's done here. There's going to be some movement. Movement but no change, so Grant Catterick still holding one.
What sort of idea with the speed, just to turn under. Cutters can see if he can sneak his way in for two.
What does he do, Sam? Does he just try and sit out that best shot of Steve Bellino's, which is the back bowl?
I think
It'd be hard to get to that too.
the one out to the left now.
That's what
I
he's
don't know if
going
that's in his
for.
way. Be under that. Lucky that touches speed.
Yeah, it's good effort.
Take the one.
One more to Grant Catterick. He now moves to a 4-1 lead in this first of 15 singles match. He's going with the same tactic he did when he last had the mat, which is mat on the end of the line. Jack's a little bit longer. No, going back to the front of the line. So just asking Carol Klopp to move that Jack. So consistent with what he did going this way 2 ends ago.
See if we get a repeat of the end we had going this way last time.
As the Mentone team have arrived, ready for their match against Pakenham. Some of the Pakenham team are here.
Another open section again. No 3-game winners yesterday. Richmond Union gave it a big shake-up. Played Mentone in the last.
Yep.
Maxi Rowley was in cracking form.
He's a good player, Max Rowley.
Late in.
I think he might have moved recently to Ocean Grove for this coming pennant
Saw
season
that
too.
announcement during the week.
Yes, that's a bit of a change from South Bendigo to Ocean Grove. So
Wish him
good
all the
luck
best.
to Maxi. Yeah, he's a good fella. Grant Catterick putting the pressure on. 2 good bowls. Yeah,
Shot by Stevie.
great ball.
It's pretty good.
This is a quality affair. Particularly going this way.
This way,
Had
yeah.
no trouble at all.
Good bowls, boys.
Yep. Good contest. Mark Patterson saying what a way to start a Sunday morning. The sun's shining, hot coffee, and a good stream of a top game. It is a perfect day. You're spot on. Grant Catterick really nailing it. Steve Bellino, well, he might be a touch behind on the scoreboard. He's nailing it as well. Grant wanting just a little bit of protection out the back.
Bad idea. Still a chance for Stevie to send the shot ball out. Yeah, that's a great effort. Stevie he can't believe it.
So they're taking out one. Just going to check if the second shot gets in there.
I thought with those 3 bowls of Stevie that it'd be a chance to drop a 2, but the way Cutters is locked in going this way. I didn't catch it.
Yeah, it looked like he pushed it out, so I'd say it is a 2, but we'll get it on the scoreboard in a second.
See if he goes the same again going this way. He's going to have the jack up.
Yep.
In front of the line, so same again going this way.
Why change a winning formula?
Absolutely. MOONEE PONDS picking up another shot in the 4s.
It was a 2. So 6-1 lead now to the one and only Grant Catterick.
A few more of our winners from yesterday starting to trundle in.
Yeah, they all look pretty happy. Bit of excitement around. Trying to win their way into VBL2.
Only 2 games away from becoming the 16th franchise.
That's it.
They need to play 4.
Morning to you, David Allen. Keeping a keen eye on what's happening here with KARINGAL. Very happy with the results from the pairs and triples earlier. KARINGAL winning both of those, which means they win one of these legs and this one's all over. From the MOONEE PONDS fans, they've got to win both of these, and then we come down to shots differential. MOONEE PONDS off to not a bad start in the 4s. They're up 2-0. They played 2 ends. And this is probably the loosest head we've seen, Sam.
I was about to mention that, but
and it's probably
fairly
the
handy.
bowl that's furthest away to be 2 foot at best.
Plenty of room for this man on the screen still. On the high side.
Yeah, we've mozzed him. That's the commentator's curse. That one's 3 foot away. 3.5.
Chance for Stevie to nail one here. Put Kaz under a bit of pressure.
The line was very
Just
good.
pulled
Just
up.
pulled up.
Cat is just asking who's holding.
Now market Carol Klopp saying this one's close. Thinks it's a measure. Grant just wants to come down and have a quick look. This is his last bowl of this end.
Elected the forehand.
A bit of traffic coming in there, so.
I think he's looking more to get under this and even move the jack.
Oh, wow.
Something like that.
Well played. I don't know why I doubted him. He's a special unit, Grant Catterick. Draws a bit of low five from the rink next door. They appreciated just how good that was. Trailed the jack back to now hold 3. The only option for his opponent, Steve Bellino, is to draw it. He's got nothing behind.
Speed.
Yeah, it's a great effort. It's a great effort. It's cut at least 1 out.
It's a good bowl either way. Whether he's got shot or not. Don't know where's Catters off to.
I don't think he thought he could have a 5th bowl there. I mean, he can do pretty much anything. So they are going to measure this. Must be closer than what we thought in terms of who's got the shot. I thought it might have been still Grant for 1, but
Flat bowl. Must be close.
could have our first call for an umpire. So MOONEE Ponds have had a go at measuring. Now KARINGAL are going to have a quick go. A 1 hour time limited match. See Neil Smiley, our umpire, is at the ready.
All over it.
Yep. It's the sign of a good umpire.
Yep.
Prepared before the call happens. No need to call the umpire. The boys are happy. It is 1 to MOONEE Ponds.
Big bowl in the context of the game.
There it was, 3 down
3
to 1
down.
up. Well played.
Stevie just having to think. He's got to change up something.
There you go, make it nice and easy for our marker, saying just leave the kitty where it is.
Stretch it out a little longer. That's
Yep.
in a similar spot.
Yeah, Jack's probably 2 or 3 yards in from the tee.
But Stevie hasn't. He's played pretty well. Just Catters has played some big bowls.
Yep.
Especially the first 2. He's been getting on early, putting the pressure on.
Only 4 shots down, so it's nothing too crazy yet. It's been a good standard, that's for sure.
That's what he has. Alan Drury in the area next door on the 4s.
Grant Catterick still dialed into the previous distance. He'll have to adjust with his next. The line is spot on. This looks pretty good too. Just needs to hurry a touch. The line is good.
On the backhand, he did navigate the shot bowl.
Touch short as well.
Pulled up. I think that would force Stevie to change over. It will. No.
He shaped up as if he was
there
going
he did.
to.
He changed last minute there. Might swap over and nail it, but played 2 okay ones down here.
He can come up through his own.
I think that's what he's looking for. He still haven't played it a touch, but not a bad shot. Something passed. KARINGAL boys picking up a couple in the 4s next door.
2 shots apiece there now. Well, Catters has added the weight, just missed his line a bit.
Stevie electing to swap over now to the backhand.
Holding a couple.
He didn't love it out of the hand, but
He might be holding 3 after it though. No, it's just
again.
pulling up just a touch, isn't it?
Market Carroll indicating only 2.
Yep, spot on. Good
2
call.
front ones.
Grant Catterick seemed a little surprised that it was 2. but definitely is.
Let's switch back to his backhand here. Just trying to draw to jack high around the shot bowl. Just overcooked it by the looks of it.
No change, and Stephen Bellino will pick up his first multiple. He'll pick up a couple, places the jack on his way down. And we are now at 6-4 in favour of Karingal.
Boys having a closer look at the second one. Catter's not giving anything away.
I'm going to trust Carol Klopp's eyes. Very good marker. Two close measures in the last two ends.
Tone's hoping it's 2. It's already on the board.
Correct. Won't be the first mistake I've made today. It certainly won't be the last.
I don't... Absolutely no idea.
No, we'll find out in a second.
Thank you, Stevie.
Was 2.
Was 2.
There we go. Even a broken
Tone
clock's
breathes.
right.
Sigh of relief.
Lucas Protopappas asking how my footy tips are going.
How are they going?
Not so good,
Oh.
but I tell you what, if anybody has tips a perfect round, they are cheating. No one's getting them all right this round. Not possible.
Upsets galore.
Yep. I got Sydney right. Did they beat the Bombers?
They did. They
Yeah,
held
I
on.
got that right.
They did hold on.
I knew they'd beaten someone that didn't really matter, Lucas, but
Oh. Just a cheeky.
Lucas will be throwing his phone at the wall now.
The stream's been turned off and
Yeah.
the computer screen's in half.
Yeah, great start from Grant Catterick.
Catter, that's what we're used to seeing.
Did tell me to calm down. Yeah, I think it's cue in the rack time for the Bombers. Start to ice a couple of your stars ready for next season. Won't be playing finals this year. Glenn Rhodes sticking with the mighty Ponds. Picked up the last 3 shots in this singles match. Still trailing 6-4, but not much in it. Oh, great
Great
Catterick.
shots. Good grouping from Catters.
He's dialed in.
Stevie changing over the forehand. Giving himself a chance to trail the jack.
Come on, mate.
Something like that.
Yeah, well played.
That's brilliant. Lovely speed.
Absolute peach of a bowl.
I think Catters has drawn this tone.
What a battle.
Quality game so far.
What a battle. Lucas, we're in the 8. Essendon's 13th. So take from that what you will, my fabulous friend. We'll beat Hawthorn today. We'll be back up about 5th, I reckon. Oh, there's head in hands
Yeah,
type
a bit
stuff.
of
from
unlucky
Karingal
result
over
next
there.
door. Next door. Dave Adams just missing.
Yep, Stevie playing with a little bit of weight here. I think that's going to come back from where we were.
Sort of idea.
How does Grant Catterick get around to this? Does he try and play the same
He's looking
hand
at
or
sort of angles
swap
for a dead
over?
eye draw on the forehand.
Yep. The way he's been going this end, he'd back him to draw this.
He'll back himself to draw it. Couple shots to MOONEE Ponds next door. Lead 4-2 after 4. Carter's pulling up short, but we'll take the one.
Yeah, that's my fault. I said he'd draw it. Seven, 4. These two having a good
Just,
chat down the green.
It's a bit of a Sunday chat.
Yep, why not? Nothing better than a nice game of bowls on a Sunday morning. Grant Catterick going back to his MO for this match. Matt on the top of the line, Jack on the top of the line. He's making it look easy. Just a little resting toucher for the first
Got
bowl.
this backhand well and truly locked in, this length going this way. Just putting Stevie under pressure. A couple bowls. Of course, MOONEE Ponds needing to win both ranks to give themselves a chance to go through.
Yeah, well played, Steve Bellino.
And what pressure.
This is a familiar pattern.
Played well, Stevie. To 3 the first end. Since then, really locked in and gone with cutters. It's been a high quality contest.
Certainly has.
Stevie probably looking for something past Jack.
Yeah,
It's done very well.
Good ball.
That's where it's going.
Grant Catterick just confirming he's one down. Changing hands now. Oh, that is a great effort. Puts another one in there. It's a little bit shy. Yeah, a little bit loose, that one. Grant Catterick wants to come down and see. I think he doesn't have to change much from what he
I don't
did.
think
Just
it's too different.
come one bowl narrower.
Just to tuck around the Jack around the corner.
Yes,
Make a couple.
spot on Mark Patterson. The weight control's been brilliant.
Boys are locked in.
It's wider, if anything.
Geez, that's turned late.
Yeah.
Nice speed for it. Stevie on the forehand, just trying to drop inside this one here, but offside. Picks up the single, gets the mat back.
Five, 7. The Moonee Valley boys arriving, ready for their semi-final match. They will be taking on the winner of this match. Semi-final action due to start at around 11:30.
Handy openers for the boys, just in behind.
This is Grant Catterick using a Henselite Dreamline, size 4. Stephen Bellino on the mat now for Moonee Ponds using an aerodynamic, size 3.
Well played, Stevie. Take the 4s. I think the Karingal boys are holding a few.
Yeah, they just
Karingal
had
that
one.
last bowl as well.
Just had one of theirs promoted in.
Yeah.
Which will hurt Moonee Ponds a bit.
See if Stevie can put the pressure on here. Cover whatever the boys are going to drop next door.
Slide under for third shot.
I'll count.
So Grant Catterick 3 down. It's a big bowl. How's he going, Sam?
Oh, it's-
How's he going, Sam?
Got it. No worries.
The
3
heartbreaker
down.
for Steve Bellino. Happened the other way earlier. 3 up to 1 down. Well played, Grant Catterick.
Just the 2 next door for Karingal makes it 4 all after 5. Plenty of time for Moonee Ponds, but get a wriggle on now.
The situation's pretty simple. Karingal wins one of these matches and they are through. That'll be winning the pairs or winning the triples. Either of these will get them to victory. For Moonee Ponds, they need to win both and then keep an eye on the shots margin.
Yeah, 11 shots down after the pairs and triples results,
So they need a bit of a swing.
making it a little bit tricky.
Grant Catterick is going to
Correction.
make this very difficult
Yeah.
for Moonee Ponds to put in big numbers. Steve Bellino is playing well. Grant Catterick is playing very well.
Hard thing is, I'm watching Catters off the mat. I don't know what body language actually means. It doesn't actually give it away whether he likes it or
he
it's
doesn't.
rubbish or...
Very hard to tell with a bloke like Grant Catterick as to what anything means.
Stevie's done pretty well here, hasn't he?
Yeah, this is a good bowl.
Played.
With a shot.
Yep.
Grant Catterick be looking for a little trail.
Played a heartbreaker with his the previous end. Just on the high side, only just. Gave it a chance, lovely speed. Catters is playing, Stevie needs to make this one count. Just got to turn.
The weight was good.
Just held out on him.
He'll take the one though. Still trails by 2. 8-6 is the lead to Grant Catterick from Karingal. Stevie Bellino has control of the mat now.
Stevie just sort of going the length he was. He's had the mat previously. Cracking shot, Stevie Adams next door for the Kringle crew. There's a front touch up.
Place has livened up a bit now with the teams for the remaining semi-finals have almost all arrived.
Yep.
A few people in to watch some good bowls today here at Dandenong Club. If you happen to be in the area, come on down. Grab yourself a nice coffee. Lunch in the bistro upstairs. Got everything you could possibly need here. Of course, the bowl shop. Able to update your shoes or your clothes. Set of bowls maybe. Great bowl by Grant Catterick. That's quite got the trip. The line was solid. Not quite there. Bit of a loose head this one. By the standards that these two have been playing at.
By the way they've been going, yeah.
Morning, Jay Allendale. Nice to have you watching. VBL started last year with 8 teams. Such was the popularity. We had teams literally on day one saying we want to be in for next year. It's grown to 16 teams now, of course. 15 of them are locked in. Number 16 is whoever wins this qualifier event today, which started yesterday using a few different venues. And one of these teams will make their way into VBL and have their shot at winning the $30,000 first prize, share of $80,000 in prizes. Oh,
unlucky.
Very stiff.
I know.
Very stiff.
Bit of a grimace on his face. He looks over towards the commentary box.
He could well go down 3 here too.
Yeah, gives Catters a bit of room.
Yeah, this looks pretty good. This looks pretty good. Just got to run that last little bit. Certainly 2. We'll see if it gets in for 3.
Don't know if it's snuck in.
That'll be close. There's one out, there's two out. I'm going to say it is. It's an absolute guess. Half a chance of being right, Sam, and I'll get that wrong 80% of the time.
I think it's 3. It is. I don't think there'll be any surprises with the length of the end here, Tone.
No, no.
Matt back up. Yeah.
Sean just having a little crack at me about using the scoreboard. State champs in Bendigo earlier this year, and there was a broken ring on the scoreboard, so the numbers sort of kept falling off. I went and tried to fix it, and I did fix it, but it took me forever. And I think I might have caught a time when Jimmy and JT were in commentary and might have focused on me trying to fix the scoreboard and not the bowls for a bit. So thank you for reminding me, Sean. KARINGAL pick up 1 in the 4s.
Davey Adams again on his last bowl. Played a few telling ones in the pairs earlier. Continuing on in the 4s as well. Cutter's only 4 away now.
He's starting to put a bit of pressure on.
Yeah.
Steve Bellino's been good enough to get it to respond to that pressure. He's done it a few times in this match. He's been down a little bit, drawn some beautiful shots.
He's done well. Just keep sticking around. Just never know, Tone.
We've got about 15 minutes left in this match. We found yesterday in running the sectional matches, pairs and triples generally not too much of a drama. Some of the singles matches squeeze into the hour. So we'll keep our eye on this one. Next door, they're on their 7th end, so they'll certainly start their last end, if not be completely done. We get a close match of singles, it can extend.
Stevie's done well. It's good enough for second shot. Cat sticking on the forehand.
Down for the bowl. Down. That's it.
Gets him in for 2.
Turn that bowl up to the line.
There we go. 10-minute warning.
I think Stevie will look to change over, Tone. Try and get a contact on the shot bowl, sit through. No, it's backhand. Oh, great. Trying to draw cold.
We push it through and stayed, and I reckon he's done enough for shot.
All right, well, that's me going from comms for the rest of the afternoon.
I just want to put a tape on this, so it's close.
Good shot.
I'm going to say that Stevie Bellino did enough with that. Catterick's run all the way down the green to get the other mat, and there's one on the bank behind him, but So there you go. So he must have survived and held one, Grant Catterick. He's won 3 to the last 4 ends. Now leads 12-6. Yeah, good start from Grant Catterick.
Again, yep.
So just a reminder, coming up after this match, we have the semi-final action, Mentone taking on Pakenham, and the winner of this match will take on MOONEE Valley. Should be roughly an 11:30 start, but players will enjoy a one-end roll-up and get straight into the action. Grant Catterick looking to put this one beyond doubt. Picks up a 3 here. This match is all over. Stevie Bellino, of course, he'll be looking to get some shots back. There's a bit of wind outside now too.
It's just picked up the last 5 or 10 minutes.
Pretty well sheltered in here at Dandenong Club.
Yeah,
It's an excellent facility. Grant Catterick doing Grant Catterick things. He now holds match.
Good shots over on rink 2 or on the other side here, so it's fairly well protected.
We're sort of sitting on rink 1, if you like,
Yeah.
commentating just on the edge of. They're playing on rinks 2 and 3, so well protected, as you say.
Good speed here, Stevie.
That's
Shot,
how you do
absolute
it.
Cracker.
3 down to 1 up. Well played. Yeah, draws a high
Catters,
five
yeah.
from Grant Catterick. These two have had a good battle, all played in good spirits, recognising each other's good shots.
Catters on the forehand. Just got to get down.
No change. Stevie Bellino holding 1. He's going to be a little bit careful there, but it's probably one of those shots that people often play when there's a bit of danger there.
Yeah.
He'll take the 1. Players doing their best to hurry through, which is good to see.
Yeah.
7-12. In this first to 15 singles match. KARINGAL have won the end next door. They're currently leading 5-4. We'll just see how many shots they picked up there. Just a reminder, if KARINGAL wins either the singles or the fours, then they are through. Right, so they picked up a couple.
And another couple. Sammy McNeil's put on a front toucher in the rink next door. Makes it very tricky for the MOONEE Ponds crew.
Yeah. There's going to be about 4 or 5 minutes left in this match. that time when the time limit expires, they'll complete the end they're on. If it gets killed, they replay it. No more starting new ends from that time on.
Stevie Bellino in the area.
Yes.
Another good
Well
shot.
played. Well played. The other thing that comes into play here, Sam, is if KARINGAL do win both these legs, though, and an 11-shot differential from the first two pairs and triples matches, so they've got to make that up as well.
Yes. Might need a few power plays.
So, yes, which are not available.
Which are not
in this
available,
format.
just to clear up.
Although, if they slipped us $50, you know, maybe we could buy a power play.
Stevie, no, he's not. Okay.
That's a ball in front, mate. Wait to me.
Stevie didn't quite like that out of the
He
hand.
just overplayed it a touch.
Yep.
Chance here for Catters to win the game if he can see this bowl through.
Yeah, good
Sort
call.
of jack down the line. Giving it a good chance. Now he chases after it.
It's not far away, is it?
Don't know if he has enough
It's gonna die a
weight to
little
get
bit.
it all the way through.
Looks like that'll be one more. We'll do Stevie Bellino. We'll just wait.
So only picked up one multiple for the match, Tony. Bean